You're no faster than a Tarkatan. Put your money where that big mouth is. I'll put my blades in yours.
Round 1, fight.
Hey guys, what's going on? This is Darth Arma, and I'm here to bring you, on behalf of GunShow, a set between GunShow and GRR. Now this isn't exactly a set because this was the beta, but this is just a compilation that GunShow has handpicked himself between this very long set, because that's how the beta is, and you know, he says it was a great one, so I can't wait to see it. And here we go. GRR starting off with a crushing blow, a very new mechanic here in Mortal Kombat 11 that is a one-time use for each crushing blow that every character has. One-time use throughout the entire match, not just throughout the rounds. So you really have to kind of, you know, pick and choose your moments. A lot of times there are opportunities where you can cash in on big damage, but you know, right out the gate, Baraka players love to do it. And another crushing blow here that I believe that does happen when that is a punish, but you know, all the crushing blow stipulations will be in the move list when the game is officially released. For the fatal blow, Kabal definitely having one of the stronger fatal blows in this entire beta. Pretty much just tracks you everywhere, and that one's going to do so much damage here, and I know that one comes out when you don't block
Round 2, fight.
Low hook sword correctly. So in that situation here, I was looking for the third hit of that string going overhead, but instead GunShow cancels into that low, leading to a big damage into that crushing blow. Beautiful wake up two there, and a great breakaway there by GRR. He kind of didn't want to give up the momentum, and he wanted to get back into the driver's seat. Again, just kind of, you know, picking his spots. Beautiful down two anti-air there by GRR, and again a great anticipation of whiff punishing that up three. GRR's trying to apply some pressure here in the corner, trying to just keep GunShow very, very uncomfortable. And what a conversion there by GunShow, the late jump in three. Using the standing position of those restand hook swords, and that is gonna be enough. Kabal, again, one of the best fatal blows that we've seen so far in the game. Not just specifically because of the way it, you know, it scales or the damage it does, but really how useful it is in pretty much any opportunity. When that fatal blow is ready to go, you have to think twice about doing anything. You have to think twice about pressing a button, about jumping, about starting up a special move projectile. So, you know, I think GRR's going to be looking out for that the rest of the set. Again, what a conversion here by GunShow. The anti-air up to wake up. Now in this game, a big change that they've made, that NRS has made, is making wake ups universal. Now the up three is usually your invincible, go-to option, while the up two is the non-invincible, not safe launching option that gives you a full combo. Great back to overhead there by GRR, utilizing Baraka's only starting overhead. What a block there by GRR, just not sure if he's fuzzing it or just kind of caught on to what GunShow was doing. Normally that two-hitting string ends with an overhead, but it doesn't matter. GunShow back in the driver's seat again. Now he's cashing in on this fatal blow. This fatal blow you only get once per game. So now, once per game if it hits. If it doesn't hit and it gets blocked, or if it whiffs, you will get it back 15 seconds later. Again, this is just a beta. This is probably something they're going to change, but you know, for the duration of this set, that's the way it is. Great down four there by GunShow, hit confirming, understanding that he is at a huge advantage, and baiting out that wake up roll. Now that wake up roll, you can wake up forward roll or you can wake up back roll, but that's probably one of my favorite defensive options in this game. Not only because it's very useful, but because it only takes one defensive bar. Oh, stopping that jump in, the anti-air with the back one. GRR has no choice, but he has to break away here, but GunShow really giving him no breathing room at all. And GunShow was pretty much in control that entire game.
Round 1, fight.
Great cancels there. You know, just kind of looking for the air-to-air, not getting it, but hold on, cashing in on the damage right now. Now, like I said before, that crushing blow is only going to come out one time during this game, same as that one, and no cancel there by GRR. I know that you can cancel the crushing blow animation into another special move. I believe that is universal, but for this specific setup that GRR has, he could cancel that crushing blow into a lunge command grab. The other move that GRR has equipped is the leg Kabal. Now it's a special move that hits low and leaves your opponent standing. And the reason it pairs up so well with the leaping command grab is because it goes right into it, taking away the wake up options from your opponent. Now the leaping command grab it is technically a high. You can duck it as long as you're not holding on a block. And you know, you're going to be seeing a lot of that between these two. GRR cashing in on this crushing blow for the launcher. Applying the pressure here. Great presence of mind there by GRR, but that was absolutely an input error. No way he wanted that. Possibly looking for a down four. At least that's what's happening to me every time I was down four. And there it is, baiting out the throw, letting go of block, and converting into this, and then just more situations where GRR is just guessing wrong. Goes for the fatal blow, but he drops it, but it doesn't matter. It's going to come back in 15 seconds. But I might not give him an opportunity. Goes for the lunge. Now, I don't believe that is a punish. I didn't see it say punish, but it did say reversal counter.
Final round. Fight.
All right. GRR looking for something here. Gets that forward 4-4, that leaping just boot to the chest to connect. Goes for the throw, knows that he's at advantage after that block situation, doesn't get the whiff punish, but it's okay, keeps the momentum, gets the command grab. What's going to be the mix-up after? Just kind of waiting, GunShow looking to react, definitely a reactionary-based player. Again, GRR all over that, not sure if he's got that fuzzy timing down perfectly, but it doesn't seem to really phase him as much as it's phasing other players. Oh, no whiff punish by GRR. He just kind of stared at him, and GunShow gets to live another day, backing off. Jumping in over that projectile, trying to possibly bait GRR, and there it is, letting go of block as soon as you see that lunge can leave you susceptible to an entire combo punish. And GRR clutching it out there with the forward 4, the knee into the chop that nobody ever punishes, unless you have a Scorpion teleport. And GunShow starting off a lot of games like that, just instantly into that jumping normal. I believe it's jumping 2, where the hook sword just kind of comes out, just extending the reach of Kabal, and you know, giving him the ability to kind of, you know, cover all his bases. If you stay down there, here comes the projectile. If you jump air to air with him, you're probably going to lose, and then you get to combo into the projectile. So very good option out the gate by GunShow. And look at that walk back, that presence of neutral there by GunShow. GRR forced to use the breakaway, but you know, giving up 2 bars of defensive meter, to me, I feel like that is just a lot. If you can see GRR's bar here on the left, he's got to wait a very long time to get those bars back. Now, meter building in this game is very different if you're used to the Mortal Kombat X or pretty much any meter building layout from any NRS game or most fighting games. It's no longer you don't build meter doing anything. You build meter by just waiting for the clock to go down. Think of these amplified moves and these opportunities to use meter, think of them more as cooldowns. Stuffing that wake up, that non-invincible wake up here. Now GRR has him in the corner, going right into the chop, and you know, it's such a tough thing to punish there because, you know, a lot of people don't know when he's going to stop swinging. You know, that's been a thing for a very long time. That's been a thing since MK2. Waits for the roll. I don't know if he actually punished him there or, you know, if he was just getting, I don't know if he got the recovery frames, but when you do roll escape, you are susceptible to a throw. So if you know your opponent's going to roll escape away from you or through you, you can go for a throw and it's guaranteed damage. Looking for a down 2, but GunShow decides not to move at all. Chucking projectiles, trying to keep Baraka at bay. Baraka just kind of bullies his way in with that drop kick, that jump in 3. GRR checking in with the down 1s, or the single down 1, recognizing it hits, and then taking advantage of the hit advantage. GRR's getting mixed up for days here. Doesn't know when he's going to cancel into that low hook sword. And just nomad dash out the gate. GunShow with the perfect read here. Standing position, goes for the throw and gets the escape. Failed. And because he failed the escape, the crushing blow came out. And this is going to be lights out for GRR. GunShow stealing that one. And all because of that failed attempt. You know, if he didn't tech the throw, he would have taken a lot less damage. That crushing blow only comes out, I believe, after the second failed throw attempt. And I believe Scorpion has a crushing blow just like that one. Great whiff punish there by GRR. The first string didn't come out long enough, but you know, luckily that second one wasn't too far behind. Mixing it up there with the leg kebab, the low. Gets the throw reversal. Perfect timing there by GRR. Hitting him with the overhead with that nice splat. Going for the mix-up, the Oki. We all know how much GRR loves these interactables. And I believe that was a punish. I didn't see a flawless block, so it looks like, you know, Kabal's up 3. As long as you're on point, looks like you can punish that. So yeah, I feel like that's something that a lot of people are kind of overlooking or not really paying attention to, is the fact that you can block both of Kabal's wake-ups, because the up 2s are definitely unsafe for everybody, but I'm not sure if the up 3s are different. I don't know if it varies from character to character, but I saw it say punish. Beautiful neutral, late, or I guess early neutral jump punch. And you'll see these players do that a lot in the neutral because both players are kind of trying to play to the threat of Baraka's command grab. Checking projectiles, but GRR's okay. He's fine because he's building that meter back. So, you know, that's the difference in this game. Like, you can say it's a zoning fest, but if you've used your bars and your opponent decides to just keep zoning you, you're fine with just sitting back because nobody's building anything except you. Oh, this one's gonna hurt. Leaves him in a staying position. GRR trying to get a little antsy. They're trying to press buttons. The fatal blow misses, and that's going to be a punish. Checks in, cancels into the command grab. Not quite enough. He just needs one more hit, and that is going to chip him out. Not sure if even a flawless block was going to save GunShow in that situation, but GRR looking to really understand the mind game here. And like I said before, right out the gate, that jumping normal right into the low projectile. Gets the overhead and gets the punish there with that neutral jump. GRR was just signaling, he thought his throw was going to be no problem here. Gets the second hit of there, cancels into the lunge, stabs him in the chest, and just goes for the normal throw, putting him closer to the corner. And this is where he really can keep Kabal down. Now, Kabal does not have a teleport when he doesn't have that fatal blow. That fatal blow will teleport behind you, but other than that, he's really just got his nomad dash. Look at all that damage, 31%. Oh, and I don't think that was something GunShow wanted. Definitely a crushing blow that he could have saved for the next 2 rounds, or potential next 2 rounds. Now, the crushing blows in this game don't come out automatically as long as you have the crushing blow setting set to hold. So that means in that situation, you can decide to not cash in on the crushing blow and just save it for whenever you do want to cash in on those crushing blows. And then, you know, that's going to be the end game for a lot of these high-level players. Great standing reset into the command grab. Oh, not sure what GRR was not doing anything, but just very, very last second decided to let go of block, and this is going to be all over for GRR. This is GunShow's game. And man, these guys are really slugging it out here. Just optimal, high-level play with such a small amount of time with the game. Oh, no whiff punish there. Yeah, but he does open him up with a low, crushing blow, cashing in 27% just because you blocked the wrong way. It wasn't a punish, that was a counter. GunShow possibly not wanting to be in that situation. And, you know, these conversions from GunShow, the jump-in, very, very late jump-in kicks, GunShow's just been hit confirming these perfectly. Scooping him there with that down 4, a great tool by Kabal in the footsie game. And, you know, speaking of using tools in the footsie game, that's definitely something that, you know, a lot of high-level Barakas love to do. They love to get in that range where, you know, their opponent is kind of thinking that they might go for the boot, but instead just kind of give them the projectile to kind of keep them in check. Projectile is blocked flawlessly. They're looking to just kind of mix it up here against GunShow. Now I feel like, you know, in a lot of ranges, Kabal could just kind of, you know, throw down that downward projectile and just kind of keep Baraka away. But, you know, a patient player like GRR is going to just kind of walk Kabal down. So that's really why you don't see too much of it from GunShow. It's definitely a strategy that's going to work against a lot of lower level players, but not a player like GRR. Great block of the overhead by GRR, and great block of the low, but hold on! Didn't catch the low of his own. Beautiful roundhouse into the anti-air. GRR just wanted to break away. He wanted to cash in and try to get the momentum back on his side, but GunShow's not letting him have it. Leaping through, no punish as GunShow was trying to jump in himself. Doesn't get the follow-up after the crushing blow. Knocks him down with the sweep. Baraka's got one of the best sweeps in this beta build. Forward lunge, gets the fatal blow. It's a no-fly zone here as he just brings him down into this brutal animation. And GRR tying up the rounds, one apiece. But, you know, you really got to be careful here because fatal blow is accessible to GunShow in this situation. And now, because GRR successfully hit that fatal blow, it is no longer an option for him. So now he's got to win this last game the true and honest way. Getting scooped up by that low. And GunShow looking for that jump and kick, but Kabal just didn't seem to turn around fast enough. And I feel like that's a big change that they made in this game. You know, the turnaround timing is a lot later than if you were to compare this game to an MKX at a very similar jump arc, or even MK9. Connects the throw here. Looking to catch GRR, moving, but you know, great blocks there by GRR, recognizing that overhead after the knee, as long as you complete that string. Goes for the crazy nomad dash, and GRR cashing in, using those crushing blows back to back, leaping at him. He just wants this game. 35%, goes for another one, and another crushing blow. Now that crushing blow only comes out if your opponent attempts to roll escape out of there, and because you are susceptible to a throw in while you're rolling and escaping, that command grab is no exception to that rule, and that leads into a crushing blow. Again, GunShow doing a good job of just kind of being right outside that range where GRR is comfortable with his buttons, and kind of like making his footsie game a little bit more predictable. By shutting down a lot of the options, you really just kind of leave Baraka with the only option of that lunging knee, that knee to the foot, or the foot to the chest. So once you limit your opponent's options, you can make their gameplay a lot more predictable and a lot easier to handle.
Round 2, fight!
Alright, just chucking down everything, and you know what? It's the defensive options here in this game. You know, you can really, with proper spacing, you can really limit what they want to do. Even though everyone's got wake-ups, you really have to think twice about them. Just kind of lunging in. Now, I see a lot of Baraka players just kind of jump in and go straight into command grabs, but I feel like this isn't going to work on GunShow because he's a very reactionary-based player. He always has been. And, you know, GRR knows that. Checking him with down fours. And they'll wake up to very fast there, and a little too fast for GRR. GRR was not anticipating it. Hits him, and what kind of conversion are we going to see? Goes to the light kebab, meter burns it or amplifies it to make sure it does a lot of damage. You do give up the restand situation. Doesn't see the low coming, and GRR is in a bad spot here. He's about to lose this match. Possibly looking for a fatal blow! And I don't know how I knew that was going to happen. He rolled away and just did it. That's going to be enough to tie up the rounds. And again, we find ourselves in a very similar situation. Final round here in this game. But GunShow still has access to that fatal blow. And again, one of the best fatal blows in this layout, in this version of the game. Like, no question about it. They're looking to make something happen. Again, utilizing that sweep. I really do like how GRR is utilizing that sweep, because it kind of just puts your opponent on edge, makes them want to block, and once they're afraid of that sweep, because it's a fast sweep, with great range, and once your opponent's afraid of it, that's when you can kind of dictate and go in with the command grab. Great block there by GRR, jumping in deep with that drop kick. Gets the throw for his trouble. Trying to get something. Checking him with that down 3 right after. That's when you really got to mix it up as a Baraka player. You can't just go for the full string. Sometimes you got to cut the strings in half, you know, stagger them, and just kind of keep your opponent guessing, or try to blindside your opponent. Your opponent in various different timings. Now he's got to watch out for the fatal blow. Wake up 2. Not going to use the fatal blow just yet, and GRR doesn't even want to give him a chance. Goes for the breakaway right away. Oh, this one's going to hurt. He is out of meter though. Goes for it right after, just out the gate, and that, I believe, is going to be enough. Most fatal blows do around 30%, 30% or so. This one raw looks like it's going to be doing around exactly 30%, and GunShow clutching it out there.
Kabal wins. Round 1, fight.
And man, this beta has been like crack for everybody. Everybody just cannot stop playing it. Whenever you run into a player that can really test you, a player that can really, you know, take you to your limits, neither player wants to disconnect, because they just want to keep playing over and over again, because it's just so much fun. Low Kebab goes for a low kebab right again. And Kabal kind of messing with his own trajectory there. You know, you kind of anticipate and train yourself to expect the opponent to come back down, but, you know, throwing that projectile kind of leaves them and staggers them there in the air. Standing position here, doesn't go for the command grab, instead gonna keep going, just mixing them up for days, back to back to back. Connects with the back 2, but it is a trade, and GunShow gets that little bit of breathing room that he's looking for. But GRR in a good position. Really no reason to go in, but doesn't mind to. No problem trading there for GRR, and the Nomad Dash, didn't see it coming, breakaway. Again, utilizing this mechanic so well is GRR, because he's using it before Kabal could even get started, because he knows once he gets started, it's really hard. Even if you can get Kabal to stop comboing, it's really hard to just get him away from you, except for when he's going for those Nomad Dashes. That back 1 just kind of buffering in the space in front of his opponent. You know, oh my God, the crushing blow. And again, leading into the leap for so much damage, leaping again, and I feel like this is the kind of GRR that we love seeing. GRR utilizing the command grabs, GRR just mixing up his opponent not knowing what to do. But GunShow getting a hold of this. Going for the Nomad Dash again! GRR is sitting there thinking, I need to avoid this tiny little chip damage, but it's not worth it. A Nomad Dash, if you leave it on block, that is a full combo situation that you just gave up. But if the Nomad Dash hits, then you're the one that's going into a combo. Ooh, and I don't know. I don't like that decision there by GRR. He was just trying to get something, possibly looking for some kind of cornering position. But, you know, he seems like he's got the raw end of this deal here. As GunShow applying the pressure, full combo punish here. Not going to go to a crushing blow because he didn't block incorrectly. Checking him here, trying to keep him honest. Beautiful throw escape there by GRR. Possibly knew exactly what side he was trying to throw him on. And that's really where you can kind of, you know, mix things up in an MK game. Down 1s, down 3s, both players just kind of slugging it out. The jumping boot there by Kabal as he's looking for a full combo. Clipping him there with a down 4. Roll escaping and full combo punish. That's the spring. 1-2-2. So much damage, and Kabal wants nothing to do with this. GunShow opts to go for a full breakaway, but GRR not trying to let up, because he knows once he knocks GunShow down, he's going to have no access to wake up options. And just a mix up after mix up. Hit confirm into the fatal blow, and GRR is going to take that game. You know, a lot of people are talking about how, you know, the breakaway system is you know, a little too broken, or, you know, or they should replace it back with breakers. And I think the mechanic is fine. You know, once somebody opts to use both bars of defensive meter, they can no longer roll away and they can no longer wake up, giving them their only option as a defensive mechanic is to delay wake up. Restand right into Kabal's face. Great patience there by GRR. And look at that, just mixing him up. Not sure if he thought the overhead was coming, but GRR instead canceling into the low Kabal. Hitting him with the sweep, and GunShow just getting out of there, wants the breathing room, wants to find it again, and a beautiful punish there, the command grab. We're going to cash this in, go into some serious damage, into a serious restand. Now, why restands are, oh my god, the crushing blow. Air escapes, possibly looking for some kind of punish here. Giving him an air escape or a breakaway of his own. Now, both players cashing in hard on that defensive meter. Now, if you look at their bars on both sides, the defensive meter is the one that's moving up vertically. And they have to wait such a long time for that to come back. Such a long time for that to be an option again. Standing position there. Looking for GRR to press something. And that's your go-to punish string. The crushing blow. As long as that string does hit as a punish, that's going to lead into a pop-up, into a lot of damage. Checking him with down fours. Boots to the sky here. Air to air. Stay out of here. Standing position, and GunShow looking to jump away. And come on, man, that interactable. This is good. We're talking about the up-2. Are we going to see a comeback here from GunShow? Clipping them, utilizing both of those offensive meters. Is it going to be enough? Is it going to be enough? And what a comeback here by GunShow, down by so much health, and somehow managed to just clutch it out thanks to those defensive options. Guys, thank you so much for watching. This is going to be the end of the clip here. Definitely subscribe to GunShow if you aren't already. Take it easy.